The wisps of wafting steam dances atop her tea, kissing her nose and hugging her eyes with every sip. This was her delight with every cup she had, and it seemed to be the same for the old man. Finding her comfort on a nearby couch, she placed her teacup on its saucer, and placed both on the lounge table, crossing her leg over the other in her long pearl blue gown, saying, "That was quite the feat, my good sir." She leaned her elbow against the arm-rest while trying to hide a humorous grin. The old man, noticing this, feigned ignorance, saying, "Whatever do you mean, my lady? Considering your age, you must be quite strong. I dare say, you could even lift me," she said, running her hand slowly over her thigh. However, the man simply smiled with warm humility, and said gently, "Thank you kindly, my lady." She scoffed in amusement, before sipping her tea with eyebrows raised and satisfied. She then placed her tea down, leaning back into her seat, with crossed arms and a pleased smile, saying, "It seems Ansel's judgment is indeed sound. Your voice is so tender and gentle when you speak. It, indeed, holds no ill intent. I'm actually surprised, you barely even made any attempt of flattery, even for a maiden as young as myself." The man took a quiet sip of tea, placed the cup in its saucer, and the saucer on his lap. This pause intrigued her so, for it displayed the delicacy of one's words, and the reining in of one's own tongue. His smiling eyes met hers, and nostalgia filled his sigh, saying, "You do have the beauty of youth, but the Lord gave my heart to another long ago. My dear late wife, Apphia, who blessed my house with many children and enough love to last me a lifetime." She was baffled and taken aback for a moment with chuckles of the 5 greaves, before taking a sip of tea to calm herself. With a sigh she leaned in and said, "To whom do I owe the pleasure of speaking to this night, a man that has reached the pinnacle of his purpose and who can stand stoic before a young maiden in her prime?" "Yeoman will do, my lady,"